Hi, Scorpio, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of January 3rd to the 9th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do want to remind you, as always, this is a general weekly read, so just take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't. But before we mention the song of the week, don't forget to stick with me till the very end in order to get an answer to your yes or no question. So just think of that along the way. But for you, Scorpio, Spirit chose on shuffle. The song is Lush Life by Zara Larsson. And I'll leave that in the description box below for you to listen to the song, look up the lyrics, however you wish to go about it. But let's aim on down and pull some cards. Alrighty, we're going to begin by pulling the overall energy / focus for the week from the Divine Animals Oracle deck. And then we'll pull the main part of the reading from the Gilded Tarot Royale. For my lovely Scorpios for this upcoming week, the 3rd to the 9th, we have 2. An underlining focus on your wisdom. I love this card. Absolutely relevant this week when it comes to your wisdom, your knowledge, utilizing what you've learned over time to make the best out of what's at hand, to propel forward in an effortless manner, to work smarter, not harder. All right. People will need you this week for more than you expect, right? People will look to you for what you've gained over time, for your experience, for your knowledge in general. We're moving on to secrets, links, and purpose, shark. Wow. It's a week of secrets between you and the universe, but then that becomes more clear as then it develops and changes into secrets between you and others as you develop a clear understanding of your life purpose, as you swim almost in a fierce manner, but calmly, towards what you deserve. Thinking of a shark, how they just take charge and, command attention in that manner. It just feels like your purpose will be so crystal clear by the end of this week, and allowing yourself to remember not everybody needs to know what you discover or what you want to move towards, what feels right for you. All right, I don't know if I showed them to you yet. Let's pull the main part of the reading. We're going to pull 6 tarot cards. For Scorpio to continue for this upcoming week. I'm not surprised this one came out. Bear with me as I struggle. What else do we have for Scorpio? And we're pulling the last one right from the top of the deck. Underlining focus on the Queen of Cups. Why am I so emotional? Why do I feel so emotionally attached to what I know I need to leave behind, or the specific individual? Why do I feel so emotionally attached to the process of discovering my life purpose? I thought I had it all figured out, or at least most of which, and now I feel like there's so many blanks that need to be filled in. It's a week where I just feel so wise, so knowledgeable, but yet still so confused. It all just makes me feel a little bit emotional all the meanwhile. You'll figure it out. Beginning with the King of Swords. This is to begin the week in general. So as we've been saying, you begin the week and your knowledge is so important. It's on demand to a certain extent. A push to sit back in your throne and command that attention even more so. To, in a sense, in a very delicate and mature way, demand a level of respect for what you've been through, for your worth, right? People will need to ask you questions about this and that, and you being like, well, yeah, I know that. Okay, that's easy. And then being like, well, I don't, so I just need that help, or I need your assistance, I need your knowledge and wisdom once again. You'll find yourself feeling um, at ease in those moments when people do require you in one way, shape, or form. It's to remind you how much you're needed. It's to remind you how much you have within you. It's to remind you that you are worthy all the meanwhile. Wow. We're actually not going to clarify. I just feel like it's a very bold beginning to the week where you are not afraid to speak up if need be because of these moments where people need you and desire your help, assistance, knowledge, and wisdom once again. Six of Wands. This is to make your way to the middle of the first half of the week. In charge and feeling like the spotlight is down upon you, feeling as if people are just watching you. People are putting you on stage for a lot of reasons. Some of you, most of you, will feel quite uncomfortable in this position or just out of place. But you're being told by Spirit in the universe that this is meant to be. Even if you don't want to stay here for a lifetime, even if you don't want to continue this as a career choice or just, moving forward, allow yourself to remember there's a lot to be gained, a lot to be learned, a lot of benefits from this experience. People just praising you, people watching you intently, some to judge, some to maybe ridicule, but allow those to even just help you grow thicker skin. I just feel like the majority of people surrounding you at this time, while you're on stage or in the spotlight, are praising you, commending you for all that you've been through, all that you have going on, some of which even just for your looks. And you just being like, okay, okay, for the most part, it's going to give you a boost of confidence, a boost of self worth once again, or just remind you what you have going on. Wow, this is pretty good reading so far. Six of Pentacles. So you make your way to wrap up the first half of the week, and the abundance pours in. The abundance in the form of clarity, knowledge, downloads, an opportunity to become crystal clear once again on your life purpose, to understand where you're meant to go, where you're meant to head, how you're meant to utilize what you've learned and gained up until this point to make the best out of that life purpose, to understand that you're meant for much, much more than you've experienced up until this point. There's more. There's more, Scorpio, and you just haven't fully experienced it all. You haven't wrapped your head around everything that life has to offer you. You maybe at times have boxed yourself in, or allowed yourself to be limited by society's view of you, or what would satisfy others in one way, shape, or form, or just a need for stability. But it just feels like you're being reminded there's more. There's much, much more to experience, to succeed with. And I feel like you're being gently pushed with all this knowledge and clarity, uh, this opportunity, if you will, by Spirit in the universe. It's that push to finally open up to the possibilities, therefore allowing yourself to make your way towards the reaching of one's potential. Okay? This is a week, once again, where your life purpose becomes quite crystal clear, and therefore it's up to you to go after it, to reach for it, to grab for it, to grab it fiercely, to allow yourself to remember it's this time. It's time for you to do what's right for you, not for others. Okay? King of Wands. Fierce and bold and just confident all the meanwhile. A king aligned with a king. It just feels like you will either just be more so in touch with your masculine side at this point, feeling strong and bold and confident all the meanwhile once again, or you could just be aligning with your higher self. Being the King of Swords, you could be aligning with another king in your life, another masculine figure, in order to make things happen when it comes to that life purpose, or just to propel yourself forward in a lot of ways. I feel like this is a beginning to the second half of the week where your passion is alive. You find yourself wanting to move towards things you never once would even dream of possible. You once would hold yourself back and be like, nah, that's not doable. That's only, happens in movies, or that only happens in other people's lives, right? I'm just a Scorpio. I'm just Scorpio. And it's this part of the week where you aren't holding yourself back anymore, or aren't allowing other people or situations to hold you back. And you're like, this is freaking possible. I have the knowledge, the wisdom within me to create, to go for the new, to achieve the impossible. And it's a week where you definitely release those limitations on oneself in a lot of ways. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for those who I care most about, of course, but first and foremost, me. And I feel as if you were just, I'm seeing someone um, take their, what do you call this? A spear? No. A staff is what they're telling me. In just, hitting on the ground and being like, I command attention, I command, this praise that I'm getting, instead of just accepting it and feeling like it's not meant for you. Now moving forward, you allow for yourself to have a presence that attracts more than other people would even think you deserve. But you know deep down moving forward that you deserve it. Wow. And I feel like you'll be looking out onto the horizons, uh, dreaming of your own new world, experiencing the world, traveling and doing new things, trying new adventures that feel vibrant, that make you feel alive, feeling like life has been very stale recently in a lot of ways, and that's not the way you're meant to live your life moving forward. Okay? Moving on to the Fool. Making your way to the middle of the second half of the week, it's time to take a leap of faith. It's time to go with the flow. It's time to enjoy yourself. It's time to be one who experiences life as an adventure, as a creative journey, to not be once again held back. I feel like a lot of you will be traveling lightly moving forward, or just allowing yourself to take on a creative, fun view on life in general. And it's this way about you that is maybe a little bit goofy, a little bit sort of um, lighthearted, that gains even more attention being aligned with the Six of Wands. And people are just not sure. They're not sure looking in as to what's changing or how you're coming to this way of being. And you kind of looking at them like, do you really need to fully understand? Do you really need to have all of these answers and, be that nosy? Allow yourself to enjoy the attention you're receiving when it comes to the vibes you're giving off. Allow yourself to understand that you're now attracting different, healthier energies towards you. Occasionally, a few tempting, unhealthy energies, but you'll be better at moving forward, pointing out and deciphering who and even what's going to be healthy for you moving forward. But I do feel like you're going to be very selective, wanting things to feel light and healthy, and feeling more free and able to take these leaps of faith when the opportunities are presented to oneself from the universe. Beautiful. It just feels like a whole new, vibrant, sort of lighter, fresh start for you, Scorpio. Two of Wands. I just heard nothing's perfect. I can't figure it out, but there's something lacking. I just feel as if I can't sort through, even behind closed doors, as to what I truly want moving forward. Yeah, I have this better kind of full clarification for the most part on my life purpose and what I'm meant to move towards. But it's this secretive kind of moment between you and yourself, and even spirit in the universe, where you ask yourself, what the hell is lacking? What don't I have? Some of you might feel as if it's a relationship, some of you someone to travel with, or maybe just that ideal job, or just it just feels like there is a little bit of a void that you want to fill. And I do feel like a little bit of abundance will flow in, or maybe an answer, a download from the universe, from spirit, to be like, Scorpio, here you go. Stop stressing. Stop stressing. Do you see the powerful, transformative week you just had? There's no need to stress over what's lacking at this point. Understand that you going with the flow and having fun moving forward will attract what you're missing, what is lacking at this point, to the point where you don't have to overly work or even go out there and search for what's lacking, right? Understand that the universe will provide you with what is needed for you and only you to feel complete, to feel fulfilled moving forward. And it just feels like you won't be telling many people as to this thought process because it'll be put to rest real quick as you are reminded to finish up the week and moving forward. So, again, go with the flow, even if you make yourself a bit emotional, wondering what's missing. All right? Wow, what a week. So, let's pull a Moonology card or two for Scorpio. Look at the bigger picture, all right? Look at the bigger picture. And I think you will understand a lot when doing so, okay? If you haven't already thought of your yes or no question, take a moment and do just that. For Scorpio. As you can see, the answer is yes for your question. I hope you have the most amazing week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will definitely see you next time. Bye, Scorpio.